Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
No, when he does retire, then we get the proper interview. The I'll just cut the bits out about Lee. No, I'm joking. Right, this is Joe Pugh for IFLTV at Newlands Gym. Delighted to be joined by Kevin Lilley. We just see Nina spar Lily Winch. Really good rounds of sparring. Flies out on Sunday. How's she looking, mate?
Yeah, very good, mate. It's all just coming together now. Just done 10 rounds in Lily. As you see yourself, good spar. We'll have one more spar on Friday, I think, with sparring Tori Ellis, another good fighter. And then we'll head out to Australia and finish the camp there, and then roll on fight night.
I just spoke to Nina about this, actually. Obviously, where everything happened so fast, went to 6, 8, 10 world title. She's done that. She's achieved that. The boxes are ticked. Are you still putting the pressure on her to perform how she should be and how you think she should perform?
Yeah, the pressure is on her as well, isn't it? We're going to a different country, and even though she's the champion, she's the away fighter, so the pressure's always going to be on her. And we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, mate, and get the best out of her.
Obviously, after her fight in June, certain fights were offered, some fights were kind of spoken about. Are you more confident in this deal that no matter what happens out in Australia, obviously, hoping she gets the win out there, she will be out again by the end of the year and will get activity?
Yeah, listen, we've got to concentrate on this first. We've got a job to do on Shanika, but God, when she comes through this, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that Lou and Leon working together, they'll get her active, and I think she'll have another 3-4 fights, no problem.
Just said when she was sparring in there, you was pleased with her kind of getting a bit of old spite that she had, certainly in her first few fights. Is that key for, what is it, Sunday week?
Yeah, like, listen, we've sparred all sorts of styles of fights. If you've seen some of the sparring, we'll spar aggressive fighters, back foot fighters, counter punchers, do you know what I mean, nice boxers. So we're prepared for anything that Shanika brings, which we always do anyway, do you know what I mean? Yeah, listen, Nina can be a dirty fighter. She's always that bit of aggression. It's nice to see her this week. Listen, you just see a girl there, she's sparring sort of a lot of weights above her. And Nina's very strong. She's very aggressive, and we're just sort of seeing it all come together the last couple of weeks. She looks fast, sharp. She's punching hard. Like as we know, Nina's a big puncher. Yeah, everything's just coming together nicely.
I know Nina is the champion, but you talk about Brits abroad fighting home fighters. We only had it 48 hours ago with Sean McComb against Barboza Jr. The main event of Nina's fight, Cambosis. A lot of people thought Maxi Hughes beat her. So is there a bit of concern there that the odds may be stacked against you if it does go to the scorecards?
Yeah, that was the biggest concern. But, you know, like any fight when they go abroad, where it used to be Germany a lot, America's quite known for robbing fighters. I haven't actually seen the fight with Sean McComb, but I heard he got robbed. And it's bad for boxing, do you know what I mean? It's not good. Listen, we understand if you're going away, do you know what I mean, the fight's close, it could probably slip the other way. But when you're winning it by miles and it's going the other way, I think it's an absolute liberty. It's terrible for boxing. As for Nina, listen, we just got to have faith in the judges and like the Australian Commission and all that she's treated fairly. If it goes to points, if she wins on points, which however the win comes, I think Nina wins anyway. That it's judged fairly, do you know what I mean? Because otherwise it's just making the sport worse and worse. But I'm pretty confident in all the teams and everything like that, the way it's all set up, that it should be treated fairly.
I know you have a love-hate relationship with boxing at the best of times, Kev, but if something like that was to happen out there, and you've been very vocal that Nina's probably going to be your last fight, you're walking away from the sport, it'd be a bit of a sour note as the home straight, as it were.
Yeah, I'll be very disappointed if we go out there and it goes to points and she gets robbed. But obviously I don't want to talk like that because it's sort of negative, do you know what I mean? But I'd be very disappointed, yeah. Like I said, yeah, I will be finishing with Nina. But I'm hoping she can get a good few fights in, unify and fight for Undisputed, which is what the goal has been for the last year or so. But yeah, look, fingers crossed she'll just get treated fairly, and no one's going to rob her. It's like I said, it's bad for the sport. There's just no need for it. Look, just treat it fairly. If she gets beat fair and square, I've got no problem.
Every camp that Nina has, because obviously she's no spring chicken, I'm sure she won't mind me saying it. Are you constantly monitoring her to make sure that she's that fighter she was the last camp? Because obviously you've got a great relationship with Nina and you've developed close over the years, so you don't want to see her go that one fight too many.
Yeah, of course. I've always said to her, look, when I think the time's right, I'll tell her to hang up the gloves anyway, do you know what I mean? And I think she's not stupid enough, she knows that herself. But obviously, age don't wait for no one, does it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to adjust little things, but in all fairness, like everyone says, I can't believe she's 41. As you just see her there, like you see the paces you went out for 10 rounds. She's sharp.
I think Lily's 18 years younger than her, I think.
Yeah, so a lot younger, a lot fresher, probably 10 kilos heavier, 13 kilos heavier. I think she's not showing any signs of deterioration. Everyone gets their little niggles and bits and bobs, do you know what I mean? But with her, like I said, everything's on point. But as we know, age waits for no one. It will come a point when it will be time to hang up the gloves. But at this precise moment, she's on fire, do you know what I mean? And she's ready to go. She's chomping at the bit to get in the ring because she's been waiting, like I said, it's been nearly a year out of the ring of no fault of her own. So, yeah, we'll take one fight at a time. We'll just see how it goes.
From a personal point of view, I know you've done a lot in the sport, all the nights with AJ, taking Danny Glickman over to the States. But this is something new, isn't it? A bit longer flight than you've ever done before, but Australia, 16,000, I think it will be sold out. That's triple the amount of people Nina's ever fought in front of. So it's going to be a big night for you and Nina.
Oh, it's a massive night, yeah. I mean, I've been involved in some of the biggest nights in boxing, you know, like with Cole Fox and George Groves and Anthony Joshua winning his world title and defending it, doing his corners, and Ricky Burns becoming a free-at world champion. Like, loads of fighters I've helped and trained, but yeah, this would be a little bit different, especially for a woman fighter. I mean, I think it's sold out. I think there's 100 tickets left. I think Cambosa put up 16,000 people. She's co-main event to, I'm pretty sure, to Lomachenko Cambosa. I don't think any girl, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any girl is boxed on a stage like that being a co-main event. They're normally on quite early and all this, so this is massive for her. Do you know what I mean? The opportunity she's got, yeah, it's unreal.
Is this your best achievement in boxing? The journey you've been on with Nina?
Yeah, one of, yeah. Like I said, I've been involved in a lot of fights, but yeah, this is massive, isn't it? Like I said, she's five, 6 fights. She's won the world title. The quickest fighter in history to win a world title. I know you're going to say, oh, it's a woman, but listen, she's still done it. She can only box who's in front of her and the poor fighters that are around.
And she was underdog going out, but no one really thought she was going to do it.
Massive underdog. Listen, make no mistake, she was sent to Dubai to lose, wasn't she? She was just an opponent. Everyone thought, oh, she's over the hill, she's old. Do you know what I mean? We know she's old, but but do you know what I mean? No, listen.
Giving you daggers behind me.
Listen, we'll always be grateful Eddie Earn giving her the opportunity. But let's be fair, Eddie thought she was going to get smashed. Like, let's be honest. You know, there weren't many people that believed in her, and she went over there and done a number on her. Do you know what I mean? So she proved a lot of people wrong. She's sort of the road warrior, isn't she, at the minute? Do you know what I mean?
As you said there, I kind of indicated it. You are leaving the sport after Nina?
Yeah, I'm done in the sport, mate. Yeah, I've just had enough of it, to be honest with you. Like, I've done quite a bit now. I've had quite a few champions. I've worked with some great fighters over the years. Worked with like Tony Sims, giving my first 2 fights. I'll always be grateful to Tony. Do you know what I mean? Grateful for Eddie to give her an opportunity to fight for a world title. Even there's a lot of other stuff that I don't agree with. I just think there's a lot of dogs in the sport, and fighters are treated like a bit of meat, to be honest with you. Like, you know, they lose a couple of fights, and then they're shown the door sort of thing, and it's just, and the way the sport's going, do you know what I mean? It's just like, you've got to have a massive social media, you've got to have this, you've got to have that. Just like, sometimes your ability don't even come into it no more. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sick of the sport. Like, I'm grateful for the nights and the years it's given me. It's a massive experience, travelled the world, but yeah, my time's done after Nina.
Yeah, look, Toomey was in today, young Toomey, and to be honest, you are a harsh critic with fighters, and I've never actually seen you speak so highly of a fighter when they're coming into the gym. So, do you think if it weren't for, as you put it, the dogs in boxing and the way the fighters are treated, would you be looking at fighters and like that and go, yeah, let's take this journey? So it's kind of stunted your view of boxing.
Yeah, listen, if I was staying in boxing, I'd take him on with a drop of a hat, mate. Like, I think he's an unbelievable talent. Like, that kid's unreal, trust me. Like I've trained a lot of fighters over years and been around a lot of very good fighters, and yeah, he's got a lot of talent, very good boxing IQ, punches like you wouldn't believe. He's just, for someone who's only had 30 amateur fights, I think he's got quite a few knockouts, which is unheard of in the amateurs. But yeah, I think he's definitely one for the future.
Bit of a difficult question, but when everything's said and done, when you do walk away, do you think you've got more out of boxing than you've put into it?
Yeah, just all the nights. I had some great nights. Like I say, I was never in boxing for the money. Not that it's paid me any money anyway, but like I've had some great nights. You know what I mean? Like, so boxing's done a lot for me. Like I said to someone else the other week, boxing saved my life. Really, do you know what I mean? I know people say all the time, I don't really talk about that shit, but from where I come from what I was doing outside the ring, do you know what I mean? I had a bad cocaine addiction. Not a lot of people know this. Do you know what I mean? And I went through a lot of shit for a few years, and seeing psychiatrists in and out of hospital, doctors calling ambulances every week, and yeah, I was pretty much ruined. And then I moved out of the area and I started doing MMA for a couple of years, and got back into boxing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, had a few unlicensed fights, turned pro, and that's how the journey started. And then met Tony Sims, and he gave me my first 2 fighters. Started working with Cole Greaves. It's quite a long story. Do you know what I mean? But so your boxing has sort of has helped me sort of saved my life. Do you know what I mean? That's probably a bit extreme, but just changed my life. Do you know what I mean? So I'll always be grateful to boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Boxing's kind of an outlet, what you use to kind of take away the addictions, because I think everyone in the room's probably got a little bit of an addiction to boxing throughout the years. So people with addictive personalities just need that outlet, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a mad thing what boxing does for people, isn't it, Joe? Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it changes a lot of people's lives, even at a low level. Like, you know, like we have kids coming here, come from rough backgrounds. I was talking to kids who've got tags on their ankles and God like that. I just say, like, boxing, it does change people's lives. Whether you're going to reach the top or you're going to be a low level, it definitely helps you. It turns you into a better person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we have spoken about it before. There is a long story, which we will be uncovering when you do walk away. You won't be allowed in arenas anymore after you throw the people under the bus. Is that right, Kev?
Yeah, mate, do you know what? As I said, there's a lot of dogs in people. People like, do you know? I find in this sport, like a lot of these managers and trainers out there, they're up promoters' asses. Do you know what I mean? Or they love the camera. Do you know what I mean? And whereas me, see, I say things that I shouldn't probably say sometimes. But I'm just going to say what I think. I don't really give 2 fucks what people think. Do you know what I mean? I'll just tell you the truth, and it's as simple as that. But there's a lot of people in boxing now, I don't even know where they've come from. Do you know what I mean? I don't even need to say their name. People know I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just I just think it's getting worse and worse, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, all in good time, mate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
so I don't want to get in trouble now, 2 weeks before Nina's fight. But just last thing, same night as Nina, we got Danny Dignam in a great fight against Denzel Bentley. Obviously, Danny you've worked with for absolute years, no longer working with, but yeah, I bet you'll be behind him on that night, won't you?
Yeah, I'm 100. Listen, I like Denzel. He's a good fighter like Martin and all that. I've known Martin years. I turned pro at his gym. But obviously, my lot was with Danny. I trained him for 6 years. I think it's a great fight. I think it's a genuine 50-50 fight. It's sort of a little crossroads fight for the pair of them. Like, it's where do they go if they lose? I don't really like that. That's another thing in boxing. Like, you know, you lose 1 or 2 fights and then you're finished. But for them two, they're both getting a bit older. They both shared the ring with Janabek, although it didn't go to plan for Danny. I know Denzel had a good fight with him, but this is a good 50-50 fight. They both shared the ring sparring. I've seen them spar. Yeah, listen, the best man will win, but I'm pretty confident Danny beats him.
Well, be a double header for you, Danny. Then what is it, about 13 hours later, because it's at a random time, Nina goes and does the business?
Oh yeah, it'd be lovely. Yeah, Nina's definitely going to do the business, and yeah, it'd be nice on the cake.
What do you think about that, just very quickly, of Nina fighting so early?
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? But I suppose in ways it's a good thing, because we always train quite early. Do you know what I mean? Like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? So like we sparred at 11 o'clock today. So as long as you adjust to the time zone out there properly, it shouldn't really matter. Because, you know, like a lot of the time, fight nights, you're waiting around till 10, 11 o'clock at night, so then you're tired, so it's the opposite, do you know what I mean? So I suppose, I think it's just different, it's a different experience, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But like I said, we're prepared for all that anyway, so it should be good.
Excellent. Kev, thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV. Best of luck out there. I know you're flying out on Sunday, so yeah, probably won't catch up before then, but give you a text and come back here with a title, mate. Well done. Cheers.
Mate. Cheers.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.